Welcome to Evanston, Illinois, Ryan Field, and home to the Northwestern Wildcats, where it will be a sea of purple as the fans are more than ready for this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will get the first possession of the game. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, he's old school because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Now the play fake. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. All the way back to the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Spartans offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
He's back to throw on second down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission #1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They're trying to get to him. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting the floor.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. And the Spartans will hustle to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The run from the shotgun. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Spartans are on the move. They'll give it to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones. They completely had him surrounded.
Finds his tight end. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force him 4th down. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Movement here from the tight end. They'll try to pick up the first. And the Spartans have enough for the 1st down. From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan State. Timely decisions, effective play management, helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Northwestern wants to go quickly. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. A first down for the offense. They'll go to the ground. Sweet feet on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense lining up for a first down play. RPO complete to open the drive. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense getting set for first down. He'll set up to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Going for it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oklahoma is down right now, and that's unusual for this program. Those fans in Norman expect excellence. Let's see if they can provide the spark this team needs. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oregon State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. And the Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry up. On second down, wants to throw it. Finds the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. First down, Northwestern. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Good enough for first down.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to move it through the air. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Working that left side now. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing a Plaxico Burress.
It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. So a little too much contact through the PI flag. They'll decline that one, and the touchdown stand. On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, it's frustrating for this offense as well, because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? Northwestern right back to the line.
And that play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver, because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the first down marker. These two right now really on the same page.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're going to throw it again. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. And the ball is in. Intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw. Just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
Northwestern in business in the red zone. The corners are walked up tight. On second down, wants to throw. Floats it out in space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He started this drive in great field position, now needing to convert on 3rd and 2. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And this one splits the uprights.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. One more snap coming before halftime. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. The Wildcats will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And the Spartans have it with a first and goal. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. From the gun. He looks that one in nicely. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Now it's second and goal. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Sparty! And the pummeling has started. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan State, 28, Northwestern, 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Working the middle, it's complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got the back in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. They'll run it from the gun. Just steamrolling the defense. Slams through another one. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. First and 10 from the 37. Firing to the right, complete. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the stomping has commenced. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced.
And that ball is picked off.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with a pick.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Just goes right through the wicket, brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Spartans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll just down it right there. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. It'll be a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Right down the middle. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They'll throw it on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Touchdown, Spartans! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. This defense is showing the Spartan spirit, and they are swarming.
I mean, they're making them earn everything. Nothing given up free. Playing so good at all the levels of the defense. If I'm a Michigan State fan, I'm pretty jacked up at this performance.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw here on second down. Dances away to buy time. He'll take another shot here.
The second down pass complete to the tight end.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Just destroying his way through the field. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Touchdown, Smarty! And the route is on. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the returner will be brought down. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Trying to get to it. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. They're working that left side. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UMass sure is making the flagship proud today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up 14 over the Sharks. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The play action fake. Quarterback adapted. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the Spartans with the 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 2nd down coming up. Give to the running back.
Running back.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Grabs it in the middle. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Give to the single back.
The ball carrier is the running back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Second down.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's not afraid to go deep. Gets him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. An 84-yard drive there. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
They're like the kid at the playground that just does not want to share their ball with anybody else and play in the sandbox. They've got a crazy lead, and still, head coach decides to go out, onside kick, they get it, and they maintain with possession. That's crazy.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. They outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meet face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Spartans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The LSU Tigers offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what?
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. So Michigan State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
And this just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
Going up top on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with him. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. And the Spartans want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in the rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Still running at the 40. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now they'll line it up from the 34 on 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Catch in the middle, it's Turner. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Final play of the quarter coming. The lone back's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, LSU!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he puts through the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 4 over Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Spartans in the hurry-up. Right back to it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Spartans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Cabrera. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Turner. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare.
LSU quick to the line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. This offense has a 2nd down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabs it up to 25-inch drive. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Keeps it going. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It is perfect. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can... He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it up to 30. Got a lot of room to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sparty.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Clay. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
I love when you boot athletic quarterbacks, and you boot him to the left right here outside the pocket. Does a great job. He can attack down the field, or he can take off and run. It's kind of a pass-run option, especially when you have a guy that dynamic at the quarterback spot.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man downfield. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Michigan State. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Army has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the hallowed grounds of West Point. They're up by 4 over Rice. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. LSU right back to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Turner. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Flips it out to the back. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Off the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Offense set on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. Some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the 1st overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's loose. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. LSU quick to the line.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, shoot up yards, getting a big play down the field.
Oh, how did you make that move? Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. And at this point on the field, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complement at quarterback to this offense.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown LSU.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it out. It's Clay. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man out in the backfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The RPO, it's complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the ball's on the ground. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the defense couldn't corral him. Play. Touchdown, Tigers. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Toledo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on. Unloads it downfield. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Spartans. And the extra point was good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And come on now, O-line. To take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down the slot. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Holding, receiver team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He'll try to do it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He wants to go deep. Makes a catch at the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Spartans get enough to move the chains. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie. And the quarterback is knocked down back at at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to the... And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go to the air. Coming after it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got great speed. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because...
Toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This really has been a masterclass by a quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on the last play.
Right on target this time. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Man, what a play by the defender. Thrown into the end zone, he swats it away. When a game's this close, this late, that's a play when we look back on this one that maybe helps win the game for this team.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in... The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games.